On your feet, let's go! Panelists two, please. Up.
Oh, all right.
What?
Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I understand that I'm about to engage in a game show. And even though I am very smart, and I want everyone to know it, if I know the answer to a question, I will not blurt it out. So help me, flying spaghetti monster. Seats!
Okay.
Welcome to the Geek Geek Revolution panel. I am your host, Myke Cole. I write books about wizards that join the military, like if Harry Potter joined the Navy SEALs. We have a number of other distinguished panelists, which I'm going to allow to introduce themselves before I explain the rules of the contest. And we will begin on my left with Connie Willis.
Hi. Hi, I'm Connie Willis, and I have been writing science fiction and fantasy since before Donald Trump was a sexist pig. Which, as you know, is quite a long time, several hundred years, in fact. My new book is called Crosstalk. I usually write about time travel. This time I'm writing about telepathy. I'm excited to be here, except that, one, I'm really old, so all the geek stuff I know is really old. And two, I'm really old, so even if I do know any of the answers to the questions, I will not be able to call them to mind.
Hi, I'm Bob Proehl. This is my first novel, 100,000 Worlds. It is about comic book conventions, and thus I am here. I was not at all nervous about this panel until people started talking to me about this panel, and until a certain person started waving around the loser's prize for this panel. And so my goal is how many we got? If I can hit fifth, I'm feeling good.
My name is Will Panzo. My debut novel, The Burning Isle, coming out from Penguin Books November 1st. Woo. It's a dark fantasy novel set in sort of like a fantasy ancient Rome revenge story with lots of magic. This is my first panel ever.
Hi, my name is Kathleen Smith. I'm author of the book The Fangirl Life, A Guide to All the Feels and Learning How to Deal. I'm also a licensed therapist, so if anybody needs to debrief afterwards, I'm here for you.
Excellent.
Hi, I'm Peter V. Brett, author of the Demon Cycle series, which will have its fifth and final book next year. This is my fourth Geek Geek Revolution panel. All previous three, I came in second. So this could be my year, or I could crash and burn horribly. Wait to see.
I think it's your year. I have a good feeling. I'm Sarah Kuhn. I wrote Heroine Complex, which is the first in a series about Asian American superheroines for DAW Books. It has demonic cupcakes, just saying. I also write comics. I wrote for the romance anthology Fresh Romance. I just wrote a series of Barbie comics, and I'm on record as being really bad at trivia, so I have my eye on that unicorn mask.
So let's talk about the unicorn mask. We know it's customary in game shows that people compete in them to win. But in true nerd tradition at Geek Geek Revolution, we compete not to lose. Therefore, there is no prize for the winner. In the past, we had a Jar Jar Binks mask for the loser, but after a threat of popular revolt, we decided to switch to something safer. So the loser will, in front of all and sundry, and I do encourage photography, highly encourage photography. They will don the unicorn mask before we adjourn.
Did you just make its mouth move while you were doing that?
In fact, the host will be...
All of the questions will be asked by it.
One other awesome thing, we do have, after I just screamed at you, first not to talk and then not to blurt out answers, we do actually have an opportunity for you guys to participate. Rebecca, who is somewhere, could you pop your hand up? There she is. She has cards. So if you have ideas for really cool geek trivia questions that that you think could stump our panelists, just raise your hand or wave at Rebecca. She'll come around with a card, and then she'll be running the cards up to me. And I'll be getting us started with the questions we have, but if you have some good ones, then I'm glad to have audience questions supersede. And are we giving prizes to questions that stump panelists? Are we? No? Yes? No? Yes? All right, I am not committing to giving prizes to questions to stump panelists. It would sure be cool. I have a copy of my 5th novel, Javelin Rain. I'll give that to somebody. Okay, so we will begin with our first question. Panelists who have paddles.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. You have paddles. In order to signal me, and I'll be watching you, you will raise your paddles facing me. My ruling on who got the paddle up in the air first is final. And my voice is so loud that I don't even need this microphone. So you will comply with that decision. Are we all ready? Any questions before we begin?
Do our butts have to stay in the chair?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't do anything dangerous.
Okay.
Does everybody have enough water? Is everybody in the panel audience sitting comfortably?
Hydrated?
I have a question.
Yes.
Can people in the audience also submit questions that are like pity questions that they know one particular person who will otherwise lose because they're really old might, actually know the answer to?
I allow it.
For a friend.
I allow it. Somebody help Connie out.
Thank you.
All right, our first question. This is a tough one. I don't know if I'd be able to get this. Which TV hero uses a sonic screwdriver? Right there.
Me? Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, well done. And that was rough.
I gotta be faster.
Name the 4 houses of Hogwarts.
No, it was you.
Hufflepuff. Oh, is it me?
No, it was
you.
you.
Oh, okay.
Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, and Ravenclaw. Kathleen Smith.
Woo! Well done, Kathleen. Oh man, these are killing me. I don't know how. Princess Leia is the senator for which planet? Pete.
Oh, holy sh! Oh my God! Oh my God! No!
Oh, come on.
Alderaan.
Alderaan it is. Well done.
Wow.
I think we can all agree that was a pretty tense moment. We might have to throw him out if he didn't get that one. Okay. How many films, this one is genuinely hard, how many films are in the George A. Romero Dead series? Pete.
7.
Incorrect. Dock that man a point.
Wait, we dock points?
Oh, yes. Did I forget to mention?
No,
Did I forget to mention?
As stated, sir.
It is possible to have a negative balance. I'm sorry, it must have slipped my mind. All right, so Pete flubbed that one. Who else? Go ahead.
I'm going to go 4?
Correct. Anybody else? The answer is, anybody else? The answer is 6. They are Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, and Survival of the Dead.
Dang.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
How do the dead keep a diary?
We ready for our next question? What is the name of Morpheus' ship in the movie The Matrix? Yes.
Who?
Right here.
Oh, geez, I'm blanking. No, I got the Nautilus. I got nothing.
Okay. Go ahead.
The Nebuchadnezzar?
Correct. Nebuchadnezzar. Point for Patrick. Well done. All right, let me see what we have here from the audience. I'll take one from the audience. Ooh, this is a good one and a tough one. Gosh, there's a lot of these. Name Dudley Dursley's friends in Harry Potter.
Come on.
My goodness. Do we have a gap in our fandom?
Oh my God.
Nobody? All right, they are.
Cut.
Who submitted this question? Debbie? Debbie, can you give us the answer to your question, please? No? Yes, Piers Polkus, Malcolm Mandy, Gordon Gardner. I'll give it to you. Dennis Derrickson. Well done. Good question. Let's do another one from the audience. Oh, we do have audience prizes. Outstanding. So I'm going to set this aside for you. You managed to stump our panelists. So at the end of the panel, see me, and I will give you a prize. All right, next up. What does the phrase Deshi Basara mean? Deshi Basara.
Who are these people that are asking these questions?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to skip that one. I don't think any nerd knows the answer to that.
Oh, wait, no, we got somebody here that knows the answer.
Who knows it? What does it mean? And what's it from? Outstanding.
Oh.
You know what? You folks agree that that's good nerd canon? You win. Well done. Thanks for keeping me honest, Amanda. Well done. All right, I'm going to do one more from the audience and return to our regular script. Let me see if I can find something that I think people may actually get. Man, you guys are hard. Like, they're like, I'll stump the panelists. How do you say this in Greek?
Thank you.
Wow, man, these are like super hard. Okay,
Yeah,
what is the 21st role of acquisition from the film DS9? I actually know this.
Wow.
I'm not guessing if you can lose points.
You guys are mean.
All right, well done, Douglas Romer. It's never place friendship above profit, like a good Ferengi. Well done.
Okay.
Shouldn't that be
Well
the
done.
first?
Okay, wow. I'm going to return to the script because these questions
You guys are like
super
the
hard.
people who played hide and seek and never got found,
Yeah.
right?
This is rough.
You know, it's more fun if you hide where maybe you can be found.
Yeah. We only have like 3 prize bags left, so. All right, returning to the script, let's see if you can get these ones. In Alien, one of the crew is attacked by an organism which attaches itself to the victim's face. It stays there for quite a while. What is it doing? Go ahead, Connie.
Who is, what's the question I'm asking? Who are they asking? Who is it?
In Alien, one of the crew is attacked by an organism which attaches itself to the victim's face. It stays there for quite a while. What is it doing there?
Is gestating inside of him so that it can burst out of his stomach.
Correct. It is laying eggs. Well
John
done.
Hurt.
I think all of her worries are maybe just a big show to lower our guard here.
I think there's something wrong with my mic.
When is Star Wars Day?
Ooh.
Wow, Sarah.
May the 5th.
May the no.
May the 4th. Oh my God, that was so stupid.
May
I
the
got
4th.
nervous.
May the 4th. May the 4th be with you all.
I told you.
I think I'm still down 1, actually.
All right. Name this theme song. Take my love, take my land. Pete.
Firefly.
Well done. Well done indeed.
Back into positive numbers.
All right. In the 1951 film, The Day the Earth Stood Still, what was the name of the humanoid alien? Bob?
Gort?
Incorrect. Let's read the whole question. In the 1951 film, The Day the Earth Stood Still, what was the name of the humanoid alien visitor that lands on Earth? Bob?
Huatu?
Wrong.
Whoa.
That's -2 so far for you, Bob. That unicorn is looking great. Anybody?
Does the actor count?
Nope. You've got to give the actual name of the alien.
Actor?
Nobody? It's Klaatu. Klaatu.
Ew.
Klaatu with 2 A's.
It's off by like a letter.
Rada Nictu.
I think I only lose half a point for being off a letter.
Did you
I said Huatu.
That was like the thing that was growing out of the
right,
guy.
in Total Recall. That's what that was. Nice try. Okay. In
We get a point for that?
In space, no one can hear you scream is the tagline for what? Connie.
Alien.
Well done. Point for Connie. All right, so all of you who are writing softball questions for Connie might stop that now.
But if you'd like to write softball questions for me,
All right, I'm going to look at one of the audience questions. Good Lord. You guys are killing me. Okay. What is the last Horcrux in Harry Potter? Pete. It's not
It is the tiara of. Oh no! It's
Okay, let's review. Let's review your oaths.
You know, You're right. I know it's Harry himself. I've said it now, but
I'll give it. Should we give it to him, folks? Was he coached? Yeah. No? No. All right, hold on. We're going to have a scream off. As you folks know, I enjoy yelling tremendously. Those of you who think Pete should be given the point, please raise your voices. Very good, very good. Those who think Pete should not be given the point, please sing out. The noes have it, Pete, I'm sorry.
Wah, wah. It's okay.
Tough crowd.
And since he's given the answer into the microphone, we will have... That's correct, but he gave the correct answer. The panelists will hear it.
Wow, we've got...
Yes, he did.
Harry himself is the last Horcrux.
We seem to have a misunderstanding about who's in charge here. Let me disabuse you of that notion right now. We'll be moving on to our next question from the audience. Let me see here. God, man, these Harry Potter ones are great. Who are the 4 Hogwarts ghosts?
Oh my God. I was just looking at this the other day, but
No, I don't have it. I don't have anything.
do you want to come?
I know
I'm
I'm
give this a
down
couple
to.
of seconds because it looks like they might know.
I like the photo for
You got to raise your paddle. Don't raise the whole paddle. Go ahead, Pete.
Nearly Headless Nick.
Yes.
Bloody Baron.
Yes.
Moaning Myrtle.
No.
Wait,
Off to a good start, though.
he is not a... For fuck's sake.
I think you should be on the panel.
Anybody else want to take a shot? This is a great question. Okay, Casey. Let me see your hand, Casey. Where are you? Well done, Casey. I'm putting your bag to the side here with your question. Well done. All right, we're turning to the script so that you guys...
What are the other ghosts?
You got to tell us.
Oh, yeah, I do.
answers.
The other ghosts, so Fat Friar, Bloody Baron, Grey Lady, and Newly Headless Nick.
I was never going to get...
Yeah, there's no way.
Well done, well done. Okay, the 1994 film Jurassic Park was based on the novel of the same name by what? Connie.
Michael Crichton.
Well done. Ringer. Total ringer. In the movie Clue, I don't know if this really counts as genre. In the movie Clue, how many bullets were left in the gun? You know what? Nah. That's not true nerd trivia. Regular people go see Clue. A variation on this 7-word phrase has been uttered in every Star Wars film. Go ahead.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh my goodness, excellent, excellent. There's a real Star Wars fan. All right, let's keep in the Star Wars vein. He said, I've got a bad feeling about this. What did Han Solo famously reply when Princess Leia said, Connie?
She said, I love you. He said, I know.
Well done. Well done. Killing it.
If she'd said, who's scruffy looking at?
Finish this phrase. Goonies never, go ahead.
Say die.
Well done.
Yeah. -1 with a bullet.
You're batting 0. In the last scene of the 2012 Marvel movie Avengers, what are the heroes do? Go ahead.
Shawarma?
They are eating shawarma. Well done. You see the difference between the audience questions and the game? All right. This is a bit of a spoiler, so I'm not going to read it. Fueled by plutonium and invented by Dr. Emmett Brown, what makes the DeLorean capable of time? Pete.
The flux capacitor.
The flux capacitor. Well done. This one's a little harder. In Star Wars, in how many languages is C-3PO fluent? Pete.
Over 6 million forms of communication.
Well done.
Come back.
Well done. In The Princess Bride, Inigo Montoya identifies his father's killer, Count Rugen, in what? Go ahead.
He has 6 fingers.
He does. He has 6 fingers. In the Superman comic, what's the name of the place where they keep supervillains like General Zod? Pete.
The Phantom Zone.
Well done. Man, I may have to go to an audience question in a minute. These are getting a little too easy. Pink Floyd used a large portion of the money earned from Dark Side of the Moon to fund the production of what classic cult comedy film? I'm actually surprised to see this.
I think I know.
I mean, you have a comfortable lead, Pete. Does Pete have a comfortable lead?
I think
You're all wrong. Minus one to the
comfortable
audience. He does have a comfortable lead. No?
I'm going to not risk it.
Anybody?
No.
The answer is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
All right.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. I'm going to go listen to Dark Side of the Moon as soon as I get home.
Was that an audience question from the Spanish Inquisition? Did they leave? Are they still here?
No, it's a regular panel one. Sorry, if it was already if your question is accidentally one of our questions, we win. Anyway, name Wonder Woman's home. What? Go ahead.
Themyscira?
Say again.
Themyscira?
Themyscira. Where is it?
It's an island. Paradise Island.
Well done.
All right.
Well done. All right. For what project did Slarty Bartfast win an award in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? I actually knew this one.
Everybody started screaming. I didn't even hear the end of that question.
I didn't hear the question.
For what project did Slarty Bartfast win an award in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
That book was a long time ago.
I'm going to risk it. Did he design the Heart of Gold?
No, he designed the fjords. Well done.
Fjords.
Well done. Well tried. Well, good try. I appreciate that. Well, we talked about the flux capacitor earlier. How much electrical power does it require to operate? Pete.
1.21 gigawatts.
1.21 gigawatts, correct. And I'll allow his editing of the answer as it came out. This one's good. God, a lot of these are soft. The problem is that Pete and I have been best friends since high school, so like I know what he knows. So as I come across these questions, I'm like, all right.
What? That is so no fair.
I know.
I know. He's got coaches in the audience and a
question.
ringer for the host. What's going on here?
Terrible. All right, but I'll ask it anyway because it's an awesome question. Name the secret identities of the following superheroes. Maybe wait until I read them all. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the original Catwoman. The original Catwoman. Go ahead, Bob.
Clark Kent, Bruce Wayne, Diana Prince, Selena Kyle.
Well done. Well done indeed.
Good to wait.
All right. What was the first fantasy novel to ever appear on the New York Times? Pete?
That was Terry Brooks' Sword of Shannara.
Correct. Correct. Well done. Although I heard someone who had talked to Terry Brooks say that he pronounces it sort of Shannara, right?
I don't want to talk about that.
He killed our inner
I'm not going to
children.
rewrite my entire life just because the author told me it was pronounced differently.
I
Maybe based it on the band Shannara.
I actually don't think that's right. I believe that Frankenstein by Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley was briefly on the New York Times bestseller list.
Is that a work of fantasy or science
the New
fiction?
York Times existed at that point, but if it had, it would have been.
Oh, this is a good one. Hold on.
I wish he'd quit saying that.
This is a really good one.
No.
Oh boy. What is Luke's X-Wing squadron color and number in the novel version of Star Wars A New Hope? And the worst part is, I read that question. They didn't give me the answer. Julie, where are you? Come on up, please. Everybody look at Julie.
Blue 5.
Blue 5, okay. Thank you very much. Write your answers on the questions. All right, let me see what else I can do here. Oh, here's a good one. But they didn't put their name on it. The question is, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
Connie.
Blue, no yellow.
Blue, no yellow, correct. The writer of this question just wrote LOL. Who wrote this? Be honest. Be honest. All right, excellent. I'm gonna put this aside with a prize for you because that was an awesome question. We have one left. And Julie, I know I gave you a hard time, so I'm gonna give you a prize too at the end, so don't worry. All right, going back to the script. The Hobbit. In The Hobbit, what name did Bilbo Baggins give to his sword, Pete?
Ding.
Well done. What character from A New Hope, Star Wars A New Hope, was originally going to be a huge green-skinned guy with no nose and large... Go ahead.
Chewbacca?
Negative. Wrong.
Can you just say the question again?
What character from Star Wars A New Hope was originally going to be a huge green-skinned guy? Kathleen.
Han Solo.
Correct. Let me just read the whole question. It was going to be a huge green-skinned guy with no nose and large gills. So I guess Han was originally slated to be the creature from the Black Lagoon. Let us all bow our heads in a moment of thanks for that not happening.
Yes.
What is the name of the weapon used by the Bene Gesserit to test Paul Atreides in Dune? Oh, come on, you know this. I know this. I have never been so disappointed in my entire life.
Frankly, I'm disappointed with myself.
I don't know what it's called. I remember the thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I just want a show of hands of how many people in the audience know the answer to this. Everybody, get out! It's the Gom Jabbar. The Gom Jabbar.
Yeah.
Man, I knew that. I knew that. Which actor has an often parodied name as well as his own otter meme?
What? Wait, say it again?
His own otter what?
What was the first?
Meme.
Oh, meme. Okay, that's
Hank.
much less dirty.
Memes, Bob.
Yeah, no,
What was the first part of the question?
He has a highly parodied name. It's the most fun of... Go ahead, Kathleen.
Sorry.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Otherwise known as Cucumber Chowder Pants. Bumperdink Candy Batch. In the Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen belongs to which of the 13 districts? Bob?
12.
12. Well done, District 12. What's the hand symbol that she gives? This is not a question, I'm just curious.
3.
So that was mildly terrifying, huh? In Peter S. Beagle's The Last Unicorn, where did the unicorn live? Pete.
Wait, the unicorn or the unicorns?
I'm sorry, you had your panel up. That must have meant that you were ready to answer the question. Do you have an answer?
Damn it. I've got a guess here.
Just so everybody knows, I'm never getting invited over for Christmas again.
I'm going to assume that you said unicorns, and I'm going to say that they were all driven into the sea.
Incorrect.
I feel like I'm wrong.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
It's the last unicorn, singular. Anybody know? It is the lilac wood.
I have a question. Can we get a moderator that's not so mean?
Sorry. Sorry.
We could pick someone from the audience, but I think it might get worse.
That's true.
I've seen their questions.
That's true.
They have a
What
nasty gleam in
Quidditch
their eye.
maneuver is Victor Crumb famous for performing at the 1994 Quidditch World Cup? Yeah, I mean, I should just skip the Harry Potter questions. Is anybody in the audience now? Go ahead, blurt it out
People
for me.
just knew the Dune question.
It's the Ronsky Feint. Well done. Well done.
I was
Okay.
getting this as a signal. Oh yeah, universal sign for the Ronsky Feint.
So here's a question that I actually got wrong on my first Geek Geek Revolution panel. So here's your chance to avenge me. What are the names of Daenerys Targaryen's 3 dragons?
Rhaegar, Drogon, Viserion.
Actually incorrect, but only very slightly. Pete, you had your panel.
Rhaegal,
Correct.
Drogon, and Viserion.
Correct. Well done. Well done.
It's the letter L, man.
Yeah.
It bit me in the ass earlier.
Pronounce my R's like L's. I mean L's like R's.
I'm exacting. What can I say? I insist on precise answers. Name at least 3 films directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Go ahead, Bob.
Howl's Floating Castle, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Princess Mononoke.
Correct. Also up there was Castle of Cagliostro, Nausicaa, Castle in the Sky, My Neighbor Totoro, He Did Spirited Away, Whale Hunt, a lot of really good movies by him. Where was Luke going in order to evade having to clean the droids? Pete.
Tashi Station.
Correct.
Power converters.
To pick up some power converters, exactly right.
Station.
You have to say it whinier, yeah.
You gotta really be whiny about it.
In Neil Gaiman's American Gods, who is Mr. Wednesday? Bob.
Odin.
Well done.
Oh.
Is that a spoiler?
It's like a 20-year-old book.
Everybody forget I said that.
You guys want to know how Lord of the Rings ends?
Oh, they were.
At the end of Titanic, the ship sinks.
And Bambi's mother dies.
At the end of Zero Dark 30, they kill Bin Laden. It's one of the greatest people. Well done.
Rosebud's a sled. We can do this all day.
Wow, here's a tough one. In Star Wars: The New Jedi Order, the death of which beloved canonical Star... Go ahead, Pete.
Chewbacca.
Correct! Holy cow! Let me read the whole question,
he
'cause I'm
died?
amazed that you got it. In Star Wars: The New Jedi Order, the death of which beloved canonical Star Wars character caused a media uproar and made the front page of USA Today? Chewbacca in the book Vector Prime by R.A. Salvatore.
By R.A. Salvatore. That's why.
Well done. Who also did the Driz Jordan series, if you guys are fans of that.
I met R.A. Salvatore today. I totally geeked out in front of him. Just saying.
I didn't get to meet R.A. Salvatore.
Yeah.
What is the most see why I'm mean moderator now? What is the most massively useful thing an interstellar traveler can own? Go ahead, Bob.
A towel.
Correct. Always know where it is. What is Torchwood an anagram of? Bob.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Well done. What color does the 10th Doctor wish he had? Color hair.
Her hair.
You've discouraged guessing.
Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. I have a guess, but
It's
I'm
red. He wished he had red hair.
That's what I thought.
I have no idea what I don't even know what this question is about, but I'll ask it anyway. Why not? The Ghibli in Studio Ghibli is inspired by what? Yeah, I didn't expect. Does anybody in the audience know that one? All right, so Penguin Random House, you guys have got to work on your questions. This is just unacceptable. It's an Italian aircraft flown in World War II. Have any of you even heard of Studio?
That's what I was going to say.
GHI. Oh. What? Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Thank you. Name the 7 entities that make up the Endless in Neil Gaiman's Sandman. Go ahead, Bob.
Okay. Destiny, dream, death, despair, desire, delirium, formerly delight, and destruction.
Correct. Well done. Really great comic series. Really great comic series.
Sweet 90s.
Watching the
comics
time, I'm
spread.
going to take one more from the audience eventually. All right. What does TARDIS stand for? Go ahead, Bob.
Time and relative dimension in space.
Correct.
Doctor Who questions.
I'm good with all sets of 7.
Hey, how long can we go? Do we have to get out of here? Do we end here? Like,
This is only 6.
what time do we leave? 45. So 3:45? Well, 4:45, right? 4:45.
45.
Yeah, we'll be here 2 hours.
40. Where did what?
2 hours?
Hours?
I'm
I
kidding.
was wrong. I need more water.
Name the titular hero in Jim Butcher's contemporary fantasy series. Go ahead, Bob.
Dresden?
Correct, Harry Dresden. I will allow that, even without a first name. Name the fictional artificial intelligence that becomes self-aware in the Terminator series. Go ahead.
Skynet?
Correct, Skynet. Who built it? Don't just say it. Raise your panel if you want to answer. Your paddle.
That guy.
Who built Skynet? There are T-shirts from this company all over this convention. Anybody in the audience know?
Comic Book Legal
Whoa,
Defense
Pete.
Fund.
I thought you meant a person. You mean the company?
I mean the company.
Cyberdyne.
Correct, Cyberdyne.
I
Has
thought
anybody
you-
actually seen Cyberdyne T-shirts in the on the shop floor? Yeah, pretty cool. In Lost, this only barely counts as a genre question. What are Hurley's winning lottery numbers? Go ahead, Kathleen.
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
Correct.
All right.
How do you know? How do you know that?
I've watched a lot of Lost over the years.
Does anybody else in the audience know that?
I've seen T-shirts out on the floor for that.
Proud, raise your hand.
It's well done.
Well done. What former Babylon 5 star makes his career as a right-wing radio talk show host?
Oh.
Does anybody in the audience know? We're not going to speak ill of the dead. Who is it? It's Jerry Doyle, who portrayed the chief of security, Michael Garibaldi.
Really?
Huh. I did not know that. The following quote is from the what 1968 horror film? This is no dream. This is really happening. Nobody? Anybody in the audience know? Go ahead. Correct. Rosemary's Baby.
Nice.
Amanda, right? Well done. Well done. Everybody look at Amanda. The following quote is from what movie? Oh, God. Get ready with your panels. It's only a flesh wound. Go ahead, Bob.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Holy Grail, correct. In Buffy the Vampire Slayer, what is Faith Lahane's catchphrase? Go ahead, Pete.
5 by 5.
5 by 5. I want to throw out another question of my own. In what film famous science fiction film, is the term "we're in the pipe 5 by 5" used? I just made this up.
Did you make up the movie?
No. It's a real movie. Does anybody in the audience know? Anybody?
A few people over there.
In the yellow shirt. Aliens. We're in the pipe 5 by 5. I love that movie. It's I think it's the most quotable movie in science fiction, hands down. The World's End film starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost marks the third in what trilogy? Go ahead, Bob.
Cornetto trilogy.
There's 2 words before that.
Edgar Wright's Cornetto trilogy.
3 flavors, Cornetto trilogy. I'll give it to you.
Oh, thank you.
J.K. Rowling once stated that Lord Voldemort's Bogart would be... Anybody? Do you know? Young lady? It's freaking out. Do you know? His own dead body, because death was his greatest fear.
This was me.
Name
No
the
idea.
3 laws of robotics. I actually know this.
You were shouting them out.
Oh my God.
I'll accept approximations, because to do them verbatim is impossible. First of all, everybody knows about the 3 laws of robotics.
Yeah.
Isaac Asimov's famous. Okay. Because they're actually used in artificial intelligence programming today.
You know the first one.
I know the first one, yeah.
Go ahead, Pete.
No, you're accepting approximations. Never harm a human being or by inaction cause a human being to be harmed.
Awesome.
That's the first one.
Correct.
The second one is obey the commands of humans. And the third one is, unless it violates rules 1 and 2, protect self-preservation.
Correct.
Nice.
Look at me.
I'll read them. It's worth hearing them in their exact language because they're awesome. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. 2, a robot must obey the orders given to it by a human being, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. 3, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Well done. Now name this movie from the quote, "What is best in life? To crush your enemies, to see them..." Go ahead.
Conan the Barbarian.
Correct. And it is to crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
I thought that was Donald Trump's campaign.
He's going to be so unhappy in November. In Lost, Kathleen,
I'm listening.
Charlie Pace writes something on his hand. Go ahead.
Not Penny's boat.
Well done. It's what he writes on his hand just before he drowns.
All right.
I guess we know who's got the Lost section sewn up.
Keep going.
What actor played 2 captains for Joss Whedon? You're actually not on the panel. Go ahead, Pete.
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion. I appreciate the enthusiasm, though. Which real-life pop star was killed off in the pilot episode of the original Battlestar Galactica? I did not know this. You do? You do? All right, well, hold on. Let me see if they don't know. Do you know?
Original series?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Who's? Rick Springfield. He played Zach Adama, the brother of Apollo Adama.
Really?
Huh.
That's weird.
All right. Star Trek, The Next Generation's commander, William Riker, who walks everywhere like he's trying to knock down an invisible door with his forehead. He does. Watch.
I'm
He
not gonna
plays
be able to
what
unsee
musical
that.
instrument? Go ahead, Sarah.
Trombone.
The trombone, correct. In The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon is obsessed with one particular comic book superhero. Which Pete?
The Flash?
It is not The Flash.
The Flash.
Anybody else? Anybody in the audience know? Not Batman.
-1 point.
Who's that Green Lantern? What's your name? Everybody look at Steve. Well done, Steve. Name the movie from the following quote, I'm a Mog, half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend. Go ahead, Bob.
Spaceballs.
Baseballs it is.
I saw a really good Mog on my way down here. The one floating around, yeah.
In Battlestar Galactica, what derogatory term was often used to... Go ahead, Kathleen.
Frack? Fracking toaster? Frack?
Wait, which is your answer, frack or toaster?
Frack?
Incorrect. In Battlestar Galactica, what derogatory term was often used to refer to the Cylons? Go ahead, Bob.
Toaster.
Toasters.
I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about that at all. Can we share that point?
If we have learned anything from this episode here, folks, it's that you should always wait for the moderator to finish reading the question.
My answer
before
was
you-
fracking toaster. It was all one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's okay.
Oh, yeah, that's good. We'll have an audience vote. But only because I enjoy yelling. How many people think Kathleen should be given the point for that question? How many people think that Bob should be given the point for that question? Sorry, Bob.
no, that's fine.
Point goes to Kathleen.
I was wooing for Kathleen on that one.
Name the movie from the following quote. All these moments will be lost in time like tears in the... Connie.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. And I want to read the whole quote because it's awesome. All those moments will be lost in time like tears in the rain, time to die.
Time to die.
Blade Runner. I see a lot of young faces in the audience. If any of you are... How many of you are so young that you have never seen Blade Runner or never read the Philip Dick story? It's okay. Don't be ashamed.
Oh, watch it, watch it, watch it.
The moment
It's
we
worth
all-
your time.
Great movie.
I promise you. It was worth your time. Please do it.
We'll get J.J. Abrams to reboot it.
Yep.
That
All right. I will have order in this audience.
that quote sounds even better with sweet Vangelis music behind it.
The movie Blade Runner, I just ruined that one, so never mind. In the Scott Pilgrim series, how many evil X's does Scott Pete?
7 Evil X.
7 evil X's, correct. Name this movie from the following quote. You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. Go ahead, Bob.
Princess Bride.
The most famous of which is this. Never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known as this. Never go up against a Sicilian when death is on the line. In Batman, what is Alfred's last name? Go ahead, Bob.
Pennyworth.
Pennyworth, correct. The Silver Surfer originally served as herald for which supervillain? Go ahead, Pete.
Galactus.
Galacticus, correct. In the Watchmen comics, who is the only character with actual superpowers? Go ahead, Bob.
Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan. Yeah, I'm still traumatized from seeing him in the movie version of that. How many films exist in the Star Trek universe?
How many films? Oh.
Screw this up. So once again, remember your oath. Sarah.
12?
12 it is! Well done! Good. Very good. Name the movie from the following quote. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I... Go ahead, Bob.
2001.
Well done.
That is
afraid
the
I can't
correct
do that.
title of that movie.
Okay, yeah, all right. What is the rest of the title?
2001, A Space Oddity.
Well-
See, not Oddity. That's a David Bowie song. Now I want you guys to remember. What happened the last time things went to an audience vote, and that I was very gracious in that situation. I'm just putting that out there before you do whatever you're going to do over there.
How many of you people think that the movie from which the quote I just read was 2001, A Space Otter...
Ottersea, I think.
Raise your voices! Okay. How many of you people think that the movie is entitled 2001, A Space Odyssey? Sing out. No point to Bob, sorry. Oh, you had a group of supporters willing to bend reality just to get you over the top, kind of like Donald Trump. All right. In Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which Slayer was accidentally activated when Buffy died briefly at the Pete?
Kendra.
Kendra, correct, at the hands of the Master. I'm keeping track of time. We are going to do one more audience question. Name all 6 of the direwolves in the Song of Ice and Fire series.
No.
Pete.
Shaggy Dog.
Correct.
Ghost. Nymeria. Lady. Grey Wind. There's one more.
There is.
That would be Summer.
Correct.
Did you practice that just
A lot of
No,
tension
I
in
just
that
really
one.
like Game of Thrones.
Good job.
How many of you folks like Settlers of Catan? I hate that game with a fury of 1,000 suns. I always get the robber. I don't have enough sheep. It's a nightmare. But I'll read the question anyway. In that hated game, how many road segments does it take to first win longest road? Okay, I will call on you if they don't get it.
It's all yours.
Nobody? Go ahead. 5! To initially get the card, and 1 more than any other player to keep it. How many siblings does Ron Weasley have? Go ahead, Kathleen.
6.
Correct. Now, Kathleen, name all 7 Weasley children.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Would anybody else like to name all 7 Weasley children?
I
The oldest ones I can never.
Can you?
I'll take a stab at naming all 7 Weasley
All right.
children. So there's. Please stop whispering it at me, everybody. Freaking me out. So we got Ron.
Yep.
We got Ginny. We got Charlie. We got Bill. We got Fred. We got George. And there's 7 of them?
7 of them.
Hold on. Harpo.
Oh, Chico. Bashful Weasley.
No. The douche. Percy.
Hey! Woo! That was good. It was a pleasure to burn. Is the opening? Go ahead, Bob.
Fahrenheit 451.
Fahrenheit 451.
A space.
I will ask this again to the youngsters in the audience. How many of you have not read or heard of or seen a film of Fahrenheit 451? Go ahead, raise your hand so I can shame you. Please remedy that. It is one of the great works of science fiction and fantasy literature in our time. In Firefly, Kaylee adorns her overalls with 3 patches. What are they?
Heat.
No idea.
Anybody in the audience knows? Go ahead, take a shot. Okay, one is a teddy bear. What about the other 2? You in the back.
We can do this as a team, yeah.
A flower and shit is her answer. In fact, it is a teddy bear, a blue flower, and a heart. All right, let me just see how we're doing. Yeah, I'll do an audience question now. Let me see if I can find one here that is not impossible out of this huge pile. No. Oh, this is a good one. This is a really good one.
I don't like the sound of that at all.
Name any 4 of the Runaways from Marvel's hit comic series Runaways, which is awesome. Go ahead, Bob.
Gert.
Oh, well, Gertrude, sure.
Gertrude, yeah. Nico.
Yes.
Princess Power. Molly.
Yes.
And Alex.
Well done.
Right.
So, Runaways is an awesome, awesome trade, which didn't get the kind of press I think it deserved, even though it was a hit. So, for those of you who have never heard of this, please go up to the dealer's room and procure yourself a copy. Yeah, it's worth it. Okay, well, let me just grab another audience one, since that one didn't stump us. What battle are Tolkien's Dead Marshes based on? This is a great question. What real-life historical battle were the Dead Marshes of Tolkien based on?
The Battle of the Somme.
The Battle of the Somme. Well done. Where's Steve Downey? Where's Steve Downey? Good job, man. That was a great question.
That is a good question.
All right.
Tolkien was present at.
Oh, this is another great one. What does Alan the Alien from Robert Kirkman... So Robert Kirkman's the guy who did The Walking Dead. He also does a great superhero comic called Invincible, which, again, if you haven't read it, fix yourself. What does Alan the Alien of Kirkman's Invincible love to feast on whenever he gets the chance? And there's even a picture, which I will show you.
A picture?
I'll pass it around so you can see.
I actually read that book, and I don't know.
The audience is stumped. Well done. It's the Canslock, which is this cool little alien depicted on that slip of paper. Where's Lily L? Lily. Well done, Lily. At the end of the panel, you come up and get your prize pack. All right, now we'll finish out. We've got a few minutes left. We're going to finish out with the script. Thank you to all of you who submitted questions. I'm sorry we couldn't get through them all.
Thank you all for your terribly mean questions.
Some of those were really good. 3 rings for the elven kings under the sky, 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone, but how many for mortal? Go ahead. 9, correct.
Wraith ring.
What television hero referred to themselves as being cookie dough? Sarah. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. In what 1938, Orson Welles read that classic sci-fi novel over the radio, allegedly causing, go ahead, Connie.
The War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Seriously, it caused mass panic because people thought an alien invasion was underway, showing that we are smarter today than we were in 1938. Maybe not? Maybe not.
Pretty much not.
What is the name of the pilot episode of the Firefly TV show? Pete?
Serenity?
Serenity, correct. In the movie Zombieland, which is awesome, what does the character Tallahassee search for everywhere?
Hands up everywhere.
Go ahead. Twinkies. Well done. In the movie Zombieland, the same movie that I just asked a question about, what is Columbus rule number 2? Come on, right in the beginning, with the yellow bike helmet. The double tap. Always make sure, otherwise you get bit on the leg. In the title episode, what is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and go ahead, Bob.
42.
42. Because perhaps you didn't think enough about what the question was. What is the title of the episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer that is done in silence? Bob.
Hush.
Hush, correct. In the MMO game, that's massively multiplayer online role-playing game, for those of you who are uninitiated, World of Warcraft, also known as WoW, what are the 2 main factions? Yes?
The Horde and the Alliance.
Correct, Horde and Alliance. Sometimes people miss that one because they say orcs and humans, and they are wrong. In Buffy the Vampire Slayer's Tabula Rasa episode, what name did Buffy give herself? I know you want to raise that paddle.
I do, but I don't want to lose points. Come on.
Got some people.
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay, go ahead. Joan, well done.
I would have been wrong.
Who was the first actress to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Leading Actress in a Science Fiction Film? This was a big event for fandom. I remember it. Go ahead, Pete.
Sigourney Weaver?
Sigourney Weaver in Aliens. And what was her trademark line from that very film? Come on. I'll give you a hint.
Got part of it.
Put her down, you bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Who is the only actual astronaut to ever appear in a Star Trek episode? Go ahead, Pete.
Neil Armstrong.
Excuse me? Nope, incorrect.
I was guessing.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Mae Jemison?
Mae Jemison. Also, the first African-American woman in space. She played a helmsman in at least one episode, and she appeared several times. And as it turns out, her inspiration for joining NASA was Nichelle Nichols. Oh, here's one. Name the author of the King Killer Chronicle series. Go ahead, Bob.
Patrick Rothfuss.
Patrick Rothfuss. What was Luke Skywalker's name in the original script of Pete?
Luke Starkiller.
Luke Starkiller. Luke Drumpf. What is the name, I'm keeping track of time, what is the name of Gandalf's mount who appears in Tolkien's The Two, go ahead, Bob.
Shadowfax.
Shadowfax. In Isaac Asimov's Foundation series, the science of psychohistory was founded by which character? Does anybody in the audience know? Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
That dude really knows.
Yes, correct. Well done. Who was originally cast to play Marty McFly in Back to the Future? Go ahead, Bob.
Eric Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz. Man, you're cleaning up. The 1965 Hugo and Nebula award-winning epic science fiction novel is considered the world's best-selling science fiction novel.
65.
I'm going to guess. Is it Dune?
It is Dune. It is Dune. Well done. In The Princess Bride, what is the poison used by Vizzini that ultimately... Pete.
Iocane powder.
Iocane powder, which I have spent the last several years developing an immunity to.
It is
How
odorless
convenient.
and
We slipped
tasteless.
some in your water.
Dissolves instantly in water.
What's the K in Ursula K. Le Guin's name stand for? I didn't know this. Those of you in the audience who have never heard of Ursula K. Le Guin or read Ursula K. Le Guin, please begin with the Earthsea trilogy.
Left Hand of
Hand of
Darkness.
Darkness.
Begin with Left Hand.
Oh yeah, Left Land of Darkness.
Yes.
That's probably right.
Well,
Okay.
except Lay the-
I say it's going to be the Wizard of Earthsea. It is. Does anybody know her maiden name? Her middle name? Krober. K for Krober. Complete this classic line. First line. Name an author. It was a bright, cold day in April, and Connie.
1984 by George Orwell.
And the clocks were striking what, Connie?
13.
Correct. 1984 by George Orwell. All right, we have one more. We're going to do one last question, and then we are going to announce our winner or loser, as the case may be. What classic science fiction film was based on Shakespeare's The Tempest? Connie.
Forbidden Planet.
And Connie takes us out. All right. I'm going to get our final tabulated scores. Oh, we're tabulating. Excuse me. Sorry. We'll have our scores in just a moment, but while we wait for them to tabulate, I will sing to you.
Christ.
Or explain why there were no questions about Galaxy Quest.
Or explain why there were no questions about Galaxy Quest. Actually, we did not get through the significant number of questions that we had remaining. There may have been one in here. Here we go. Thank you so much. And it looks like in first place, comfortably in a lead with 23 points, is Bob. So don't believe what you hear about red shirts, because he takes the brass ring. In second place with 19 points, continuing his unbroken trend of also running, is Peter V. Brett.
I think it should be noted that a lot of Peter's were like 7-part questions.
Comfortably second is going to be on my tombstone.
In third place, proving that all of her, pleas for help were just a scam, is Connie with 10 points.
Either that or there was a temporary abeyance in my Alzheimer's.
And in fourth place, demonstrating a comprehensive knowledge of Lost, is Kathleen with 6 points. In fifth place, we have Will with 5 points.
All right.
And Sarah, I'm sorry.
Okay,
The unicorn mask goes to you.
I just wanted on record that I was the only person on the panel, though, who knew that Commander Riker plays the trombone.
That's true. And in such, as a good sport, she will don the unicorn mask for the photo opportunity. Everybody give a hand to Sarah. By the way, the audience got 6 points, so thank you so much for your participation.